Hey there, my name is Leo. I'm an online health and fitness coach specializing on weight loss. In today's video, we are going to speak about yo-yoing, so the yo-yoing that you're doing when it comes to your health and fitness goals, and fad diets. They come together a lot because it's the fad diets can often be causing the yo-yoing. And by yo-yoing, I just mean that you're too all or nothing with your fitness. You'll go from binging all the time and eating everything in sight and never exercising to then, being extremely aggressive for like 30 days or 50 days or whatever arbitrary date you've given yourself. Exercise like almost every single day, cut out all your favorite foods, see great temporary short-term results, and then once that timeline is over, you then go back to doing exactly what you were doing before. And again, this often comes from the fad diets that you're probably picking. Let me explain. Actually, before I get started, it's important to mention that there are literally thousands out there. All you have to do is Google 30-day fat loss plan, for example, and you'll see tons of really awful approaches. I'm going to name about 2 or 4 just to give you a general idea. You might have done one of them, you might have done all of them. The juice diet. So it's basically where you only have fruit and or veg smoothies for about 7 to 10 days, and this is somehow meant to detox you, and this is perceived as being super healthy. You do it, you're going to end up feeling like shit at the end of it, and that's just me putting it bluntly. I'm saying this all out of love, by the way. There's no protein coming in, there's no fats coming in, and you're just living on fruit and veg for like an entire week. It's not healthy. So please don't do that. Another really poor approach is detox teas, weight loss teas, detox teas, food teas, whatever sort of teas, all these super popular buzzwords to get you to buy it for 10 times the price of what tea should actually be. Because at the end of the day, it does nothing as well. Again, there's like hundreds or thousands of different versions out there, but the general gist of these weight loss teas, you're gonna have to drink a tea in the morning, a tea in the evening, follow some sort of rigid meal plan to go along with it, and maybe a crappy workout plan too, if you're lucky. These are just laxatives with fancy branding and colors for you to buy it, again with the lovely buzzwords like organic and natural and cleanse. The last approach I'm going to briefly speak about is the ketogenic diet. You might have done it before, so you might know what I'm speaking about. When you just eat no carbs, no potatoes, God forbid, scary potatoes.
Hold on everyone, this is a stick up.
Pasta, rice, never again, you don't touch it with the hope of if you never eat these carbs again, you're gonna lose loads of weight super quickly and that's you done forever. But it's an issue again because you ain't gonna be able to keep that up. For example, how many people do you know have started the ketogenic diet and have consistently done it, so I'm speaking consistently, not just on the days they feel like it, for at least 6 months? I thought so. Here is my lovely artwork. It's how fads make their money from you and trap you in a cycle. So they start off with taking advantage of the fact that you are unhappy with the way you look and feel, so you're searching for a quick fix, something that promises results in maybe 30 or 50 days. If anything promises results that quickly, and even if you achieve very satisfying results in 30 days, I guarantee you are going to lose those results because that is way too quick for change to happen. Anyway, seeing great results, but you can't keep up with the aggressiveness. There's no flexibility in place. There's no space for just you to live your life. And then one day you binge, you go heavily off track, and you blame yourself, not realizing that it was the approach that you've chosen that's actually set you up for failure. It was nothing to do with you or your lack of willpower, and then you end up regaining the weight and demotivation hits. Number 5 can also stem from the fact that you've just finished your plan. Maybe if it was only a 30-day plan, it didn't teach you actually how to maintain your weight loss or what to do after. It's just giving you a 30-day plan about how to be as aggressive as possible, cut out all your favorite foods, lose as much weight as you can, and then that's it, you're done. So anyway, you end up regaining the weight, demotivation hits you again, you end up feeling unhappy about yourself, so you look for a quick fix, and then before you know it, you are now trapped in this cycle because you associate their short-term results with what works, not realizing that these aren't made for long-term results in mind. They are made for you to put the weight back on so that you can keep coming back and keep paying them. Plus, if it really works, you wouldn't have to keep going back to them. Think about it. What the solution is, A, something you're probably not going to like the sound of as much because B, it's not as sexy, or C, as marketable, but it's what works. So when you're embarking on a new approach, ask yourself, do you realistically think you can do this for at least 6 months, let's say? That's me thinking short term. Ideally, you'd think, can I do this for at least a year? Another would be to include all your favorite foods in moderation. So do not cut anything out, because if nothing is cut out, then you can enjoy foods you like while still making progress. And if that sounds too good to be true, do you realistically think you can live the rest of your life without eating your favorite foods? The answer is obviously no. So then your next task is to try and build a positive relationship with that food rather than cutting it out. Point blank. Another solution is to just remove any sort of arbitrary deadline that you give yourself. So don't say you have to achieve X weight in 30 days or Y weight within 50 days. It's the presence of an imaginary deadline that causes a lot of the pressure that you put on yourself, which then results in demotivation and then makes you feel like things aren't happening quickly enough. And another point I want to put across is to stop aiming for perfection every time you want to improve your health and fitness, because this is completely unsustainable. There's always going to be things that pop up in life. There's always going to be curveballs. There's always going to be things that slow you down, take you off track. And the moment that one of these things arrive, you can't just stop completely, because if you stop every time something comes your way, you're never going to make progress. And that's to put it bluntly. So instead of aiming for 100% consistency, aim for anywhere between 85 to 95%, because anyone who has ever made life-changing progress for good was never 100% consistent. They just got back on plan every time they went off plan. Another solution could be to invest in a coach that you trust. If you've been following someone for a while and you can see they know what they're speaking about and you trust them, invest in them, because they will keep you accountable and will ensure that you work with long-term goals in mind. It's priceless to have that experienced eye telling you are doing things right when you feel like nothing is happening. And thank you so much for watching. Check out the caption of this video for some relevant links, such as free downloadable PDFs that I've made for you, covering both nutrition and training, some articles that I've previously written. Check those out, you'll really like them, as well as my Instagram account. There you have it, my first ever YouTube video. So remember, thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, share it with friends, share it with family, because who knows whose life this video could change for the better.